Tucker meets with Mamie in her suite at the athletic club, although she doesn't think this is wise. She says there are no new developments. McCall saw her talking to Nate the other night and wonders what that was all about. She assures him she's been upfront with him. She thought they had similar goals when it came to the family. He wasn't aware these involved Nate and thinks her trust in him is misguided. He reminds her of what her nephew did at Chancellor Winters to his own family and says Nate is very ambitious and single-minded and can't be trusted. Nate could very well destroy anything they aim to achieve. Mamie reminds him they agreed to stay out of each other's way. Tucker reminds her that the common denominator between them is Jill, and the fact that she has no business running Catherine's company. Mamie had the utmost respect for that lady, and since he's her son, she respects him too. They agree that the point of this is to secure Devon's future and give him and Lily autonomy without Jill. When Tucker tells Mamie that Nate was never supposed to be part of this deal, she says it's none of his business, and she will handle any trouble that comes with the cousins. Mamie warns him not to cross her on this. McCall remains sure that Nate is more trouble than he's worth. She thought he was one of those people who trusted the universe. "You're not the universe," he points out. They tease each other, and he suggests it's a long shot to try and lure Nate away from a powerful job and the boss he's smitten with. Mamie thinks everyone underestimates her ability to get what he wants. He's not doing that and admires her determination. She reminds him he's in charge of taking care of Jill. "It will happen. At the moment, I have other priorities," he says, pecking her cheek and walking out. At the penthouse, Jill has a video call with Lily and Devon. She complains that she's discovered nothing about Mamie. Lily points out there may be nothing to find. Devon tells her not to look so disappointed about it. Jill will keep looking, but she has to go to San Paulo for some meetings. She doesn't like being out of touch with a wild card like Mamie on the loose. She urges them not to underestimate their great aunt. They don't understand why they need to worry about her when she has such a small stake in the company and only seems to want to support them. They debate this with Jill, who remains confident that this is all about her. Lily wonders about the timing. Jill still has no idea what they are dealing with. Once the call ends, Devon gets a text from Tucker, asking him to lunch. He tells Lily he hasn't reached out to his father lately because he doesn't know what to think about him these days. He's assured him he has no connection to Mamie. Devon is not convinced but needs to get more information before going to Jill. His sister reminds him he was going to distance himself from Tucker for everyone's sake. He's been considering that and decides to tell him his day is full. Before he can send a text, Tucker calls and offers to meet him wherever he wants. He felt like they were getting to a place of trust before his marriage to Ashley fell apart. Although his son tries to put him off, Tucker won't back down, so Devon agrees to coffee as long as they can have a real conversation. Devon and Tucker meet in the dining room of the GCAC. McCall says they were in a good place not too long ago, but that no longer seems to be the case. His son isn't sure how he can let his guard down around him because there's always so much drama in his orbit. He wants to trust him but doesn't know how. Tucker feels like he's been honest. Devon reminds him he called a truce with the Abbotts and then antagonized them at the wedding reception. He's also sure that he has something going on with Mamie. Throwing up his hands, Tucker won't blame him for doubting him, but he's trying really hard and asks him to meet him halfway. His son asks him to open up about his breakup with Ashley. It feels like he hasn't taken responsibility for it. McCall has reached out to her, but she hasn't responded. Devon thinks she may be afraid of him and his refusals to compromise. His father says he did nothing but compromise. "It looks like you just dumped Ashley because she wouldn't start a new company with you," Devon suggests, asking if he was pushing her to cut her family out of her life. Tucker says she will always choose her family over him, but his son thinks that, given their history, she could have been afraid that he was using her. When McCall asks Stephen if he thinks he just views people as tools, his son points out he treats people that way sometimes. Getting frustrated, Tucker says none of this has been easy for him. All he wanted was to enjoy his honeymoon with his wife.